getting into this episode of GH, Drew is really getting on my damn nerves. Like, honestly, that man is really irking my soul. At this point, it's like, sir, leave that girl the fuck alone. Like, leave her alone. Like, he keep talking about, oh, you can't even stand to be in the same room as me. You can't even this. Like, shut up. Didn't she tell you to leave her alone and stay away from her? But my thing is, I don't get how Willow realistically think her and Drew are going to stay away from each other. Y'all live in the same small town. Y'all live in the same home. Well, at least on the same property. You're going to run into each other. Y'all are in-laws. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to see each other whether you like it or not. So him staying away is not that realistic. Furthermore, it's just for me, every time he's around Willow, he's very creepy around her. Like, it's not romantic. It ain't sexy. It's creepy. The way he look at her, the way he talk to her is very like, it just makes you want to go take a shower because you feel dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the vibe. Like, it's very creep. Honestly, I can understand why Ned is so frustrated and he's so over Michael and Drew. Like, he tries to, bridge a gap between them. Like, he really tries to bring things together with them and try not to beef with them, but they make it a little difficult. I understand where Ned is coming from because what he's trying to do is the same thing Edward did. He's trying to divide the shares amongst the next generation of Quartermaines. That's what Edward did when he died. You know what I'm saying? Grandkids, great grandkids, they benefited. You know what I'm saying? That's what Ned's trying to do now. Thank God, they got Valentine's stock. It's going to take a few months for them to get it, but they got the shares back. You know what I'm saying? The company got the stock back. Now he wants to divide them. And Ned's sitting there talking about, oh, I got to think about it. Or because, Drew sitting there, oh, I got to think about it. Or because Ned wants to oversee the trust. He wants to be in charge of the trust for the stock. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, I just hate that they keep trying to put Ned out the pasture. Like he old Yeller or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take him out behind the woodshed and put him out his misery. It's ridiculous. And I get sick and tired of Michael always going with everything Drew says. Like, Michael has a brain of his own. Like, stop always agreeing with Drew all the time. Drew don't even know what he talking about. Like, he ain't got to, like, why would I listen to somebody who did not grow up a Quartermaine? You didn't grow up a Q. You didn't grow up in that home. You didn't grow up dealing with the antics of the Quartermaines. You didn't grow up in EOQ, so shut your pie hole. You ain't got no say about EOQ. Honestly, I'm just sick of Drew thinking he run everything because he talking about, oh, Ned trying to run everything. Sound like Drew trying to run everything. That's what it sounded like. I felt like what Ned was saying sounded sensible to me. I wish that Ned and Michael would put the differences aside and actually work together at EOQ. But I do have a feeling that once Michael finds out about this affair, that could be a possibility between Ned and Michael. Because I got a feeling that Ned might get Michael as an ally soon. Because every time you turn around, Drew is always trying to push Ned out the company. Oh, once we get the shares, I'm gonna give you my shares. I'm gonna put you gonna be in charge of my proxy, and then we can vote Ned out. I'm like, I am so sick and tired of Drew. So sick and tired of him. I'm glad that Ned is gonna get the proof that Willow and Drew are having an affair. I'm glad. What I can't stand is that he using that damn Elaine, that same PI that Martin used. Why do they keep going to her? Like, she is the poor woman's version of a PI. Why keep going to this lady? She gonna sit there and take that money from him and gonna tell that little dog, oh, you getting a new dog bed. I said, oh, hell no. Lady, if you and your hooch don't get on somewhere, you need to take Lassie and get the hell on. Because no, they need to stop using that lady. These folk got way too much money to keep using her little ass. She's horrible as a PI, like, just dreadful. Like, from what I saw from her first assignment, I was not impressed. Wasn't impressed at all with her work. Like, she leaves a lot to be desired. I'm just saying, like, that first iteration of her being a PI, if that's what you bring to the table, madam, you need to retire. Effective immediately. Because, I wouldn't use her if I was Ned. Hopefully, she could redeem herself and get him some good evidence. I hope so. Because if not, I would want a refund if I was Ned. I would not be using her. I would definitely want a refund. Because that lady is just, she ain't gonna cut it. Um, anyway, moving on from that. I feel like with Ned and Olivia, though, I feel they need to support each other. Like, I know that they both got a lot going on. Olivia got a lot going on. You know, she trying to be there for BLQ and this whole Violet situation. She's worried about Lulu and Dante and Rocco. I get all that. Ned worried about ELQ and trying to protect it and stuff. They need to support each other as husband and wife. Like, he needs to support his wife and be there for her in her time of need. She need to be there for him. But I could kind of understand where Olivia coming from too. I know she's sick and tired of all that infighting with ELQ. I think she's just over it at this point. But she still needs to support her man, though. I'm just saying. But I can understand her frustration with that though, because I would be kind of over it too with the constant infighting. Like, that shit does get annoying. um, Speaking of, they need to get Tracy out this damn Kitty storyline that she in. They need to get Tracy out of that and get her back in the thick of the business world. Like, they really do. I was so freaking happy when I heard that Finn was getting out of rehab, because then that tells me he could take Lil Violet and that could free up Tracy real quick, because I'm tired of her running this little makeshift daycare out the mansion. Like, it's getting annoying. Like, put her back in the thick of things with EOQ, because I'm pretty sure her son could use her as an ally at this point. Um, But Olivia was definitely spot on when she was talking to BLQ about Tracy. Cause Tracy getting the lawyers and threatening to sue and all this, that, and the third, it was just her way of trying to help, because she can't do anything for Lulu. You know what I'm saying? She can't help Lulu, so maybe she can help Violet in some way. But not only will I be happy when Violet is finally out of BLQ and Chase's care, because hopefully that'll free them up to act like newlyweds, for crying out loud. Um, Like, they ain't got no business being no guardian to nobody, no parent to nobody right now. They just got married. They should be dipping it and doing it and having fun. I'm just saying. They should be doing their thing. They young adults. They should be out here, they should be having fun. Like, y'all in y'all 30s or whatever. Y'all should be out here, getting it in, having a good time, enjoying newlywed life, not being strapped to some kid every day. But I get where BLQ coming from. I know it's going to be different for her, being away from Violet, because she's used to having her around and stuff like that. But she knew from day one it was gonna be temporary. Like, she knew that much. Like, you knew it was gonna be a temporary thing. So you know it is what it is at this point. But I am glad that she got Willow's take on what to do, because since Willow was a teacher and stuff like that, because Willow could give her some insight. And I definitely agree with Willow. Like, when it comes to the school system, you gotta be a bit pushy. You know what I'm saying? You can't be no wimp. You can't let them push you over and stuff like that. You gotta be a bit, in their face about what's going on with these kids in the school and this bullying and all this back and forth that they at the school doing. You gotta be a bit pushy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't blame. I totally agree with Willow on that. So anyway, moving on from that. I love that Sasha had Cody back. I love that she was mad supportive, but that's a lot of money. That's a hell of a price tag. Like, Serenity is up for sale for $6 million. That's a hell of a price tag. Like, I understand him going to Tracy for the money or whatever, at least for the down payment. And I get where he coming from. He don't want to look like a gold digger. He don't want to look like he's still, going back to his old ways and all he care about is money. But I agree with Sasha. I feel like he needs to come up with a business plan. You know what I'm saying? Show Tracy a business plan. Because if he shows her that this is a legit investment, I don't think Tracy would take it as, oh, you're being a gold digger. It's not like he's blackmailing her for the money. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to take it from her. This is an investment. And I definitely agree with Sasha. He needs to go for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to go for yours. Even though it's a hell of a thing to take over, that's a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like if he put his mind to it, and if this is really something he wanted to do, he could do it. I was hoping he was going to tell Tracy, but I get why he was nervous, though, because I would be, too. Like, you going to somebody for a lot of money. I would be scared to ask, too, because I'm like, that's a lot of money. But, I mean, the worst thing she could tell him is no. That's the worst thing she could tell that man is no. I got a feeling Tracy might give it to him. You know, she might become even a partner in it with him. You know, a silent partner or whatever. But you know, Tracy ain't gonna be so silent. I love that scene between Tracy and Olivia though, when they was hugging and stuff like that, because Tracy admitted what Olivia been saying about her needing to help somebody since she can't help Lulu. So I love that they had that moment. You know what I'm saying? I love these little tender moments that you be getting with Tracy lately. You know what I'm saying? Because it's few and far in between before. You know, she just hard as a rock. And now you're just seeing that vulnerable side to her more, and I'm enjoying it. Anyway, moving on from that. I'm not surprised Sam is the donor for Lulu. I'm not even surprised that she the donor. Um, but when Laura was talking about whoever the donor is, because mind you, Laura don't know that Sam is the donor. But she was like, whoever the donor is, they got to get a second. They got to get a second screening and all this, that, and the third. Now that Lulu is crashing, I think something might go wrong in that emergency room. I think something might go wrong with the surgery, and it might kill Sam or something. I think that's what might happen. Um, it was good to see Isaiah jump into action and stuff like that, and you know, jump into the room when Lulu was crashing and stuff like that. I am loving me some Isaiah, and I'm loving the potential friendship between him and Liz, because him and Liz got chemistry. But I was looking at Liz with a little side eye. I said, Liz, back up off him. That's Jordan's man. Back up off him now. Um, but I could definitely see her, you know, see her and Isaiah as being friends. I feel like for me, I feel Liz and Isaiah got that friend chemistry. I feel like they could talk to each other. It's natural for them to talk to each other. It's easy. You know, they're both in the medical field. You know, I think it's good for them to be friends. But again, he's Jordan's. um, I'm loving that we're learning a bit more about him slowly but surely. We're learning more about him. Like he had a incident when he was doing surgery and stuff on somebody, and that's why he ran away. He shut his practice down and stuff like that. So he's been running away from that. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that he's opening up about it. I'm glad we're seeing more of him and we're finding out more about him, because I'm very interested to know more about his background. Like I like the Isaiah character so far. Um, what is the point of Cyrus? I just really want to know. Like, why do Cyrus keep popping up every couple months? Like, what is the point of him? Like, where are we going with Cyrus at this point? Like, did he allude into the fact, oh, I gave Laura the greatest gift or something like that? I'm like, oh man, what the hell are you gibbering about? Like, what are you ranting about? What gift? Like, what is he done? Because at first I thought it had something to do with Lulu and this whole liver donation, but I'm like, now that Sam's a match, I'm like, what is Cyrus talking about? Um, I am not feeling Martin with this new accent. I am not. I miss the Southern accent. I know he want to be a new him and be more confident and stuff like that, but I need that old Southern accent. It was funny as hell when he said he got tired of people asking him about fried chicken. I was like, yo, y'all really, I cannot believe it. The people from the show really be reading people comments, because people been saying that about him ever since he got on the show. I'm like, yeah, they really be reading these message boards and stuff. That is funny. Um, that was funny as hell. But I need him back with the Southern accent. But I love his relationship with Laura. Like, I am loving them as siblings. Like, I love how he's there for her. You know, whenever he can be, he always by her side and stuff like that. I love that she got that support system. Um, and I love how happy Laura was when she found out there was a possibility for her daughter. Like, I know that feeling must have, you know, just brightened up her whole damn day. Like, she just looked like she just got a new attitude. Like, she was happy as hell when she told Kevin about it, and I don't blame her. Um, I don't blame her at all, because I would be ecstatic too. Um, I know Sam was doing the double take when she found out she was a damn donor. That look on her face was like, what? I'm a what? um, I get where Dante coming from though. Dante is at a rock and a hard place, because he loved being a cop, but he built up this great relationship with his father, and I know he struggles with that. being a cop and being a son, he struggles with that. You know, you're the son of a mob boss who's always in legal trouble. That's hard for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he always feel like he has to choose between the badge and being a son and being loyal. You know, that's not an easy thing, and there's no real easy answer for that. There's no easy solution for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. Like, you're always going to be in the middle. As long as you're a cop, you're in the middle. You know, even if you're not working the case personally, it's like you're always going to feel some type of way. You know, you want to honor the justice system, but you want to honor your dad. He's going to constantly be in a tug of war with that. There's no easy way for that. Um, but I hate that he feels that he gave Rocco false hope, because there's nothing wrong with hoping. You know, you always got to keep hope. You got to keep hope alive in every situation that you're in. So, you know, I'm not mad at him for telling Rocco, you know, or promising Rocco that he was going to do everything he can to protect his mother, to save his mother, because that's what he's trying to do. It's not easy, but that's what they're all trying to do. You know, that's what they all are trying to do. That's what they all striving for. You know, it's just not an easy thing to do. Um, but I think that is everything with this episode. I want to say, yeah, I think that's everything with this episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. See you all later. Peace.